Hi, I'm Luis. Thank you very much for having me here again, GatherVerses. It's a great second edition. I looked at the program. It's huge. Yeah, really fantastic to be here. I'm going to present you with a quick exploration of potential behavioral changes that hopefully will shed some light on, well, opportunities and at the same time also some challenges that the metaverse will bring to us as users and overall to the user experience as a whole. Um, and well, again, hopefully it will be useful for you. But mind you, we're not talking about something that is that new. We're talking about something that has happened throughout history. So technology has always been one of the major drivers of change in humanity's history. So this is not anything new. What's new maybe is the fact that we're having more and more technologies, more and more disruption at a faster pace, and these technologies are converging, right? So it's this convergence that has been like creating this vision of the metaverse, this interconnected, interoperable digital layer that is applied directly, well, throughout all our physical world, connects physical world with the virtual worlds, with augmented reality filters, with screens, and allows for a ton of new services to become available to all of us. So yeah, it's something that is not going to happen overnight. But at the same time, on our path through that, we can already envision some changes on the user side, starting, for instance, with places. So the way that we enjoy places. Right now, we go throughout or down a street and we pretty much see the same old buildings, right? So the availability or the possibility of having augmented reality filters that apply digital content on top of the physical buildings or the physical world is not just a fact that we can like see one experience. We can see like um, an experience, every different experience every day. So we can go through the same physical place, but see different experiences every day, which is great for gamification and for tourism purposes. Let's say it like that. But besides that, mind you, these experiences might not be created by a brand. They might be even created by ourselves. So the ability for users to use spaces and to curate these spaces and then afterwards to share these curated spaces with other users, I think it's going to be a huge transformation in the role of the users on our pathway into the metaverse. So clearly, as in VR, and right now you have like uh, as so many VR worlds being born like every day that we don't keep track because unfortunately we're still not in an interoperable metaverse for that to happen. But and even so, but the issue is that we will also see that happening in augmented reality, and that is well will be truly impactful also for our perception, yes, and for the memories that we're building. Same thing with objects. Like it's not just the fact that we'll get used to seeing or to touching and interacting with objects that we cannot feel. Although, of course, there will be haptics, and you can know a bit more about haptics and what's happening in that realm by visiting the Internet of Senses Institute, internetofsenses.com. But the fact is, we'll be handling these objects in a very clear way, in a very straightforward way, right? Like seamless, very seamless, very biologically seamless. I think that's the best expression. So yeah, this is really really important, and but at the same time, the way that we'll like do gestures and talk and interact with these objects will like only makes sense for people that are aware of the context where we're in, right? So if we're talking, or someone else from the outside is looking at what we're doing but doesn't know of the context that we're in, most probably what will happen is pretty much the same thing that happens when you see someone like talking or laughing on the phone. You just don't know what's happening, right? So I'm guessing that feeling of those bubbles are going to grow. At the same time, the fact and our interaction with each other is also going to provoke a ton of behaviors, behavioral changes. One of them being, of course, the possibility of us identifying other users. Like, for instance, if I'm in a VR world, I'm going to identify people through their avatar or maybe a tag. But then again, the tag is, well, not the best way, most probably. So that's why it's so important for identity sovereignty and for interoperability to be in place in the metaverse. Because again, we are going to build memories with avatars. This is really important for us to be aware of. It's not like if we are in world, and right now you have that, we will start seeing that. But the issue is still we kind of, well, we start like separating, because at the same time these avatars belong to that world. But again, we will be able also to see some digital representations of people being projected in augmented reality with avatars also. So again, new memories are going to be created of our experience with other people. And of course, all of these experiences that we're going to have, namely in VR, are going to be also curated, right? Another huge part of our experience in the metaverse, and that which will also ultimately change our ability to interact, is the availability of digital beings. So digital beings are always there. They are 24/7. So most probably you've already like interacted with some of these services, like Siri, Alexa, and again, we will have the possibility to interact with them, not just as assistants, which they already are and can be much more, but also as the providers of many services. So think of them also as the menus, the next level of menus of the internet. So again, all of these digital beings will also be part of our memories. And I keep on talking about the memories because, again, these memories are part of us, right? And I also referred that, well, we're always talking also about curated experiences. Now, you should be aware that the metaverse is all about data, right? So we're talking about devices, objects, cities, places, behavioral data. Everything is being gathered, and everything can be used to help curate, to help edit your experience, right? So the key thing that I really wanted to share with you is that it's really important for us with all these behavioral changes to think about where our shared public space is going to go, where our shared memories are going to go. So if I do not see what the other is doing, if I'm not aware of how he is perceiving the space, how he is witnessing an event, because he curates what's around him. So what's well, his understanding of the world is going to be very, very different from mine, right? So that, of course, has an impact in tolerance. It has an impact also in, well, discussing matters. Well, it's really important to think a bit about that. So I just like to share that this last message, that physical is not digital, but these worlds are more and more real. So, and this is really important to keep aware, or to be aware, that reality at this point is not exclusively physical, and there are several digital worlds where right now we already have memories from, and yeah, we well, again, thank you very much for this time. I think I went over time, but still, I just like to leave you here with yeah, the book. It's called Metaverse. You are more than welcome to go and read it. I'd love to hear your comments. And yeah, we also explore a bit about these behavioral changes in there, alongside with, well, a ton of other stuff. So again, thank you very much to you all for this. Hope I've been useful, and may your gather be well.